जय श्री चैतन्य जय नित्यानंद जय अद्वैत चंद्र जय गौर भक्त वृंदा जय जय श्री चैतन्य जय नित्यानंद जय अद्वैत चंद्र जय गौर भक्त वृंदा ज्ञानतिमिन्दस्य ज्ञानञ्जनशलाकाय चक्षुरुन्मिलितं तस्मै श्रीगुरुवे नमः श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपकमलं ददाति स्वातन्त्र्यं वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरुं श्रीयुतपदकमलं श्रीगुरुं वैष्णवंश्च श्रीयुतं सग्रजातं सहगणरघुनाथं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्री राधा कृष्ण पदान सह गण ललिता श्री विशाखान्वितं हे कृष्ण करुणा सिंधु दीन बंधु जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिकान्त राधा कांत नमस्ते तप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी विश्वभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिय वाञ्छकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासदि गौर भक्तवृंद हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम कृष्ण पदाय कृष्ण विषय विदे पर श्री गुरुराजन सन्नि सुभद्रा ओम विष्णुपदाय कृष्ण विद्यादेश श्रीमते भक्ति वेदांत स्वामी नमस्ते सारस्वती देवी गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चाचार्य मुखं करोति वाचालं पंगुं लंघयति गिरिं यत्कृपातमहं वन्दे श्रीगुरुदीनतारणं हरे कृष्ण. So we are reading Chaitanya Charitamrita Adi Lila chapter 10 text 61. So this is, the title is The Branches of the Chaitanya Tree, meaning the disciplic succession and the different, it's amazing. It's not just like a one disciplic succession, one, on to the next. This one is Shri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, who's branching out. It's really totally amazing. So we have read how Mahaprabhu, when he came, because this Kali Yuga, people are not very intelligent. They're not at all intelligent. So it's not like just one person. So Mahaprabhu spread out. Now we are on, which number we are? How many? Which branch number we are? Where is it? We read somewhere. Okay, 24. We are 24. Yeah, Shivananda Sen, 24th branch. And we saw, I don't know how many, maybe 100 or so, the branches of the Chaitanya tree, So Mahaprabhu really did something unusual, you could say. He attacked Kali Yuga from different fronts. So he sent his Senapati, his generals in different direction. He just expanded. So this is the Chaitanya tree. And maybe we read also about Kula Vecha Sridhar. I think his name was also mentioned. And Kula Vecha Sridhar, who would have imagined that Kula Vecha Sridhar would be one of the branches of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's tree. We know who's Kula Vecha Sridhar?
Banana leaf.
Yeah.
Yeah, who is he, Devahuti?
The one who used to very he was a very poor brahmana who would manage his living by making small pots of banana leaves and sell, and then give out of whatever he earned, he would give 50% to the give for the service, and then with the rest 50% he would take care of his household.
Yeah, so this Brahmana, right, Kulavecha Sridhar, he's one of the branches of the Chaitanya tree. Can you imagine? So now the list is given here, and then gradually Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita will describe the details about each and every one of them, their specific characteristics. Who are they? How do they behave and what they are teaching to the world? So it's very exciting now that we are getting an overview of all these acharyas. Now we read about Shivananda Sen. Now Shivananda Sen, he was a householder. So here comes another acharya. Who is he? He's a householder. It's very, very interesting that Mahaprabhu, he expanded to the poor Brahmana, he expanded through the sannyasis, to the brahmacharis, and now here is the householder, the grihastha. Text 61. Shivanandera upashakha tanra parikara putra brityadikari chaitanya kinkara. The sons, servants, and family members of Shivananda Sen consisted a sub-branch. They were all sincere servants of Lord Shri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So Parikara, associates, Putra, sons, Britya, the servants. So all combined together. So I heard Prabhupada speaking, saying that bhakti is practiced in group. You know, mystic yoga, Gyan yoga. Gyan yoga is practiced among students. And then when study happens among students, and then mystic yoga is practiced alone. So that's how the mystic yogi will go in a cave or go in some hermitage and do the yoga practices, right? All alone. But here, no. Mahaprabhu knows that people of Kali Yuga, they will not be able to do it by alone. So they will fall, actually. They will fall. So they need to be in group. So here it is. The sons, servants, and family members of Shivananda Sen constituted a sub-branch. Text 62. Chaitanya Dasa Ramadasa Ara Karnapur Tinaputra Shivanandera Prabhura Bhakta Sur. Three sons of Shivananda Sen, named Chaitanya Das, Ramadas, and Karnapur, were all heroic devotees of Lord Chaitanya. Chaitanya Das, the eldest son of Shivananda Sen, wrote a commentary on Krishna Karnamrita that was later translated by Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur in his paper Sajan Toshani. According to expert opinion, Chaitanya Das was the author of the book Chaitanya Charita, also known as Chaitanya Charitamrita, which was written in Sanskrit. The author was not Kavi Karnapur, as is generally supposed. This is the opinion of Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur. So this, according to expert opinion, Chaitanya Das was the author of the book Chaitanya Charita. It's like same title here, also known as Chaitanya Charitamrita, which was written in Sanskrit. Okay, our Chaitanya Charitamrita is written in Bengali. So the author was not Kavi Karnapur, as is generally. So Krishna Karnamrita, oh my God, am I reading correct here? This Krishna Karnamrita is attributed to Kavi Karnapur, right? We know this book. But here Prabhupada is saying that actually that book was not Kavi Karnapur, It is Chaitanya Das who wrote it, meaning the other brother, the first brother, that Kavi Karnapur. Oh my God. Anyway, whatever. So Sri Ram Das was the second son of Shivananda Sen. It is stated in the Gonada Desh Dipika 145 that the two famous parrots named Daksha and Vichakshana in Krishna Lila became the elder brothers of Kavi Karna. Okay. Daksha and Vichakshana became the elder brothers of Kavi Karnapur, namely Chaitanya Das and Ramadas. Karnapur, the third son, who was also known as Paramananda Das or Puri Das, was initiated by Srinath Pandit, who was a disciple of Sri Advaita Prabhu. Karnapur, many books that are important in Vaishnava literature, such as the Ananda Vrindavan Champu. Yeah. Alankar Kastubha, Gaur Ganoda Desh Deepika, and the great epic Chaitanya Chandrodaya Nataka. He was born in the year 1448, Shakabda AD 1526. He continually wrote books for 10 years, from 1488 until 1498. These are what our acharyas are doing. They're contributing books. They're writing, contributing books to all of us. All right, Devahuti, you can read now.
Hare Krishna. Text 63. Shri Vallabha Sena Arsena Shrikant Shivananda Sambandhe Prabhur Bhakta Ekant. Translation. Shri Vallabha Sen and Shrikant Sen were also sub-branches of Shivanand Sen, for they were not only his nephews but also unalloyed devotees of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Purport. When Lord Nityanand Prabhu rebuked Shivanand Sen on the way to Puri, these two nephews of Shivananda Sen left the company as a protest and went to see Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu at Jagannath Puri. The Lord could understand the feelings of the boys, and he asked his personal assistant, Govinda, to supply them prasadam until the party of Shiv Anand Sen arrived. During the Rath Yatra Sankirtan festival, these two brothers were members of the party led by Mukunda. In the Gaur Ganodesha Deepika 174, it is said that the gopi whose name was Katayani appeared as Shrikanta Sena. Should I continue? Okay. Text 64. Prabhu Priya Govind Anand Mahabhagavata Prabhu Kirtaniya Adi Shri Govinda Datta. Translation. Govinda Ananda and Govinda Datta, the 25th and the 26th branches of the tree, were performers of Kirtan in the company of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Govinda Datta was the principal singer in Lord Chaitanya's Kirtan party. Purport. Govinda Datta appeared in the village of Shukhachar near Kadadaha. Text 65. Shri Vijayadas নাম প্রভুর আখারিয়া প্রভুর অনেক পুঁথি দিয়েছে লিখিয়া. Shri Vijay Das, the 27th branch, another of Lord's chief singers, gave the Lord many books written by hand. Purport. Formerly, there were no printing presses or printed books. All books were handwritten. Precious books were kept in manuscript form in temples or other important places, and anyone who was interested in the book had to copy it by hand. Vijay Das was a professional writer who copied many manuscripts and gave them to Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Text 66. Ratnabahubali Prabhu Tuila Tandha Nam Akincha Prabhur Priya Krishna Das Nam. Translation. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu gave Vijay Das the name Ratnabahu, jewel-handed, because he copied many manuscripts for him. The 28th branch was Krishnadas, who was very dear to the Lord. He was known as Akinchana Krishnadas. Purport: Akinchana means one who possesses nothing in this world. Text 67.
Yes. Yeah, 1 minute. So now that was sub branches of Shivanand Sen, the family members. And 25th and 26th is Govinda Nanda and Govinda Datta. So Govinda Datta was the principal singer in Lord Chaitanya's Kirtan party. So just notice that all these personalities, they had some function. So Mahaprabhu is the main, the branch, the trunk, and everybody else, they were assisting him in different ways. Like Shivananda Sen was the manager for the Parikrama party. Now before we heard about Vakeshwar Pandit, he was dancing in Mahaprabhu's Sankirtan party. And now here we read about Govindananda and Govinda Datta. So they were performers of Kirtan. And Govinda Datta was the principal singer. All right. But they were acharyas. Just notice it. They're like the humble servant. They're assisting Mahaprabhu, but each and every one became a branch of the Chaitanya tree, meaning they had their disciples and they propagated this Hare Krishna movement. So that was 25th and 26th and 27. Now just amazing. Vijay Das, he was writing the copybook, right? Till today we speak of copybook, right? Copybook, we speak of, this is where it comes from. Everything is copybook, meaning is where you copy, what you read. Nothing was, like typing, and now they have AI, somebody else does your homework for you. I mean, it's amazing. I just taught Shishu Upanishad, so I did an open book exam. Everybody pulled from the internet and gave me their open book essays. So I look at this, I say, oh my God, what am I supposed to do? Give full marks to AI, or what am I supposed to do with this, Yeah, so copy, meaning, see, his name is, what we read here,
Ratnabahu.
Ratnabahu, jewel-handed. So, and just imagine, what did that mean? His handwriting were like jewels. His handwriting were like jewels. So just imagine what is the potential within a person that has been, for me, it is like crippling now to write on this computer. You cripple your natural senses. Like if you are to write anything, it's like you're scribbling. If you want to count something, you can't remember how to count. Because 100 plus 20, you have to put the calculator. So meaning the body, which is such a superb machine, becomes deteriorated, becomes handicapped. So Ratnabahu, he was using his hand for writing. Amazing. All right, so Keshni, Shania, can you read?
Yes. So we are on verse 67, is that correct?
Yes.
Thank you. Kolavecha Sridhara Prabhura Priya Dasa Yana Sana Prabhukare Nitya Parihasa. The 29th branch was Sridhara, a trader in banana tree bark. He was a very dear servant of the Lord. On many occasions the Lord played jokes on him. Purport: Sridhara was a poor Brahmana who made a living by selling banana tree bark to be made into cups. Most probably he had a banana tree garden and collected the leaves, skin and pulp of the banana trees to sell daily in the market. He spent 50% of his income to worship the Ganges, and the balance he used for his subsistence. When Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu started his civil disobedience movement in defiance of the Qazi, Sridhara danced in jubilation. The Lord used to drink water from his water jug. Sridhara presented a squash to Sachi Devi to cook before Lord Chaitanya took sannyas. Every year he went to see Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu at Jagannatha Puri. According to Kavi Karnapura, Sridhara was a cowherd boy of Vrindavan, whose name was Kusuma Sava. In his Gora Ganadesha Deepika, it is stated, Kola vichataya kyataha pandita Sridharo Dvijaha Asit Vraje Hasyakaro Yonamna Kusuma Savaha. The cowherd boy known as Kusuma Sava in Krishna Lila later became Kolavecha Sridhara during Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's Lila at Navadvip.
So, Prabhupada used to say that the devotees who came to help him and spread this movement, they are actually born from previous birth, they're so highly advanced. They've taken birth in different parts of the world, and Prabhupada only went and collected them. And it became, it's not possible. What we are reading here, it says, this is like 500, more than 500 years history, and in Prabhupada's own history. How is it possible that in 10 years he could collect such gems? That they became the leaders of the movement that exists 50 years after Prabhupada is gone, right? And we are reading his books, So this is a very nice description of how these devotees, they were already the devas actually. The devas had taken birth on earth to assist Srila Prabhupada. So these devotees, they are from Krishna Lila. And so they appeared to assist Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in his mission. Yeah, correct. See, the bell is ringing. Yeah.
Would you like me to continue, Mataji?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, thank you. So text 68. Prabhu Yanra Nityalaya Toda Mocha Pala Yanra Putta Lauha Patre Prabhu Pila Jala. Every day, Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu jokingly snatched fruits, flowers, and pulp from Sridhara and drank from his broken iron pot. Text 69. Prabhuram Atipriya Dasa Bhagavan Pandita Yanra Dehe Krishna Purve Haila Adistita. The 30th branch was Bhagavan Pandit. He was an extremely dear servant of the Lord. But even previously, he was a great devotee of Lord Krishna, who always kept the Lord within his heart. Text 70. Jagadisha Pandita Ara Hiranya Mahashaya Yare Kripa Kaila Balye Prabhu Dayamaya. The 31st branch was Jagadisha Pandit, and the 32nd was Hiranya Mahashaya, unto whom Lord Chaitanya in his childhood showed his causeless mercy. Jagadish Pandit was formerly a great dancer in Krishna Lila and was known as Chandrahasa. Regarding Hiranya Pandit, it is said that once when Lord Nityananda, decorated with valuable jewels, was staying at his home all night long, a great thief attempted to plunder these jewels, but was unsuccessful. Later he came to Nityananda Prabhu and surrendered unto him. Text 71. Ei dui gare Prabhu ekadashi dine Vishnura naivedya magi kai ila apane. In their two houses, Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu baked food on the Ekadashi day and personally ate it. The injunction to fast on Ekadashi is especially meant for devotees. On Ekadashi, there are no restrictions regarding food that may be offered to the Lord. Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu took the food of Lord Vishnu in his ecstasy as Vishnu Tattva.
Yes. Okay. Indira Radha, you want to read? Indira?
Hare Krishna. Text 72. Prabhurapadu Dui Purushottama Sanjaya Vyakarani Dui Sishya Dui Mahashaya. The 33rd and 34th branches were the two students of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu named Purushottam and Sanjay, who were stalwart students in grammar. They were very great personalities. Purport: these two students were inhabitants of Navadvip and were the Lord's first companions in the Sankirtan movement. According to the Chaitanya Bhagavat, Purushottam Sanjay was the son of Mukunda Sanjay, but the author of Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita has clarified that Purushottam and Sanjay were two people, not one. Text 7. Shall I continue?
Yes. Yeah.
Text 33. Vanamali Pandita Sakha Vikyata Jagate Sonara Mushala Hala Dekhila Prabhura Hati. Vanamali Pandit, the 35th branch of the tree, was very much celebrated in this world. He saw a golden club and plough in the hands of the Lord. Vanamali Pandit saw Lord Chaitanya in the ecstasy of Bharam. This is described vividly in the Chaitanya Bhagavat, Anjar Khanda, chapter 9, text 74. Shri Chaitanya Ra Ati Priya Buddhimanta Khan Ajanma Ajnakari Tenho Shiva Pradhan. The 36th branch, Buddhimanta Khan, was extremely dear to Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. He was always prepared to carry out the Lord's orders, and therefore he was considered to be a chief servant of the Lord. Sri Buddhimanta Khan was one of the inhabitants of Navadvip. He was very rich, and it is he who arranged for the marriage of Lord Chaitanya with Vishnupriya, the daughter of Sanatan Mishra, who was the priest of the local zamindar. He personally defrayed all the expenditures for the marriage ceremony. When Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was attacked by Vayu Vyadi, derangement of the air within the body, Buddhimanta Khan paid for all requisite medicines and treatments to cure the Lord. He was the Lord's constant companion in the Kirtan movement. He collected ornaments for the Lord when he played the part of the goddess of fortune in the house of Chandrasekhar Acharya. He also went to see Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu when he was staying at Jagannath Puri. Text
Okay.
75.
So his Buddhiman Khan. So again, we're seeing different roles in the pastime of Lord Chaitanya. So he was a treasurer. He was the treasury, I should say, of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So he also became one of acharyas in his movement. Yeah, go on.
Text 75. Garuda Panditalai Srinama Mangala Nama Bali Visha Yandre Nakarila Bala. Garuda Pandit, the 37th branch of the tree, always engaged in chanting the auspicious name of the Lord. Because of the strength of his chanting, even the effects of poison could not touch him. Garuda Pandit was once bitten by a poisonous snake, but the snake's poison could not affect him because of his chanting the Hare Krishna Mahamantra. I thought it was because of his name, Garuda Pandit, because but it was because of his chanting. Okay. Gopinath Simha Eka Chaitanya Rera Dasa Akrura Bali Prabhu Yan Kaila Parihasa. Gopinath Simha, the 38th branch of the tree, was a faithful servant of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. The Lord jokingly addressed him as Akrura. Actually, he was Akrura, as stated in text 117 of the Gora Ganodesha Tipika.
So his name is
Bhagavad
Gopi Singha. Akrura in Chaitanya
Akrura.
Lila became Gopinath Singha. Akrura is someone who nobody likes, right? And so here he is Gopinath Singha. We don't know what he will do in Gauranga Lila.
Why Akrura was not liked? He was very
Because
much respected.
because he took
Oh, because he
Krishna
took
away.
the gopis didn't like him, yeah, okay.
Oh, no,
Because he
nobody
took
likes
away
him.
Krishna.
Yeah. Okay, 77. Okay, Amrita Radhe, are you able to read?
Yes, Mataji. भागवती देवानंद वक्रेश्वर कृपाते भागवतेरा भक्ति अर्था पाइले प्रभु होते. Devanand Pandit was a professional reciter of Srimad Bhagavatam, but by the mercy of Vakreshwar Pandit and the grace of the Lord, he understood the devotional interpretation of Bhagavatam. Purport by Srila Prabhupada, Jai Srila Prabhupada. In Chaitanya Charitamrita, Madhya Khanda, chapter 21, it is stated that
Chaitanya
Devanand Pandit.
Bhagavad. Chaitanya Bhagavad.
Oh, did I say something?
You said Chaitanya Charitamrita.
Oh, okay, sorry. In the Chaitanya Bhagavat, Madhya Khanda, chapter 21, it is stated that Devananda Pandit and Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya's father, Vitarada, lived in the same village. Devananda Pandit was a professional reciter of Srimad Bhagavatam, but Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu did not like this interpretation of it. In the present town of Navadvip, which was formerly known as Kuliya, Lord Chaitanya showed such mercy to him that he gave up the Mayavadi interpretation of Srimad Bhagavatam and learned how to explain Srimad Bhagavatam in terms of bhakti. Formerly, when Devananda was expounding the Mayavadi interpretation, Srivas Thakur was once present in his meeting, and when he began to cry, Devanand's students drove him away. Some days later, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu passed that way, and when he met Devananda, he chastised him severely because of his Mayavad interpretation of Srimad Bhagavatam. At that time, Devananda had little faith in Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu as an incarnation of Lord Krishna. But one night, some time later, Vakreshwar Pandit was a guest in his house. When he explained the science of Krishna, Devanand was convinced about the identity of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Thus, he was induced to explain Srimad Bhagavatam according to Vaishnava understanding. In the Gaur Ganodesh Deepika, it is described that he was formerly Bhaguri Muni, the Sabha Pandit who recited Vedic literature in the house of Nand Maharaj.
So this is Devananda. At that time, Devananda had little faith in Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu as an incarnation of Krishna. But one night, when he explained the science of Krishna, Devananda was convinced about the identity of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So, see, this Shrimad Bhagavatam is the gift of Shri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu to all of us. And just imagine, we read in different places, now the Mayavadi, they're trying to explain Shrimad Bhagavatam. If before we got the Mayavadi explanation of Shrimad Bhagavatam, I'm sorry, if we would have got the Mayavadi explanation of Shrimad Bhagavatam and not Prabhupada's Shrimad Bhagavatam, what would have happened to us? Just imagine, we'd be Mayavadis, right? So it's just our good luck that we got Prabhupada's explanation of Shrimad Bhagavatam. Text 78, 79. All right, continue. It's a long purpose.
Yes, Madhuri. Okay, no problem. Just a second. Yeah. Sorry. Khandavasi Mukundadas Shri Raghunanda Naraharidas Chiranjeeva Sulochana Saba Mahashakha Chaitanya Kripatham Prema Phala Phula Kare Yaha Taha Dan. Translation. Sri Khandavasi Mukunda and his son Raghunandan were the 39th branch of the tree Narhari. Narhari was the 40th, Chiranjeeva the 41st, and Sulochana the 42nd. They were all big branches of all merciful tree of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. They distributed the fruits and flowers of love of Godhead anywhere and everywhere. Purport. Sri Mukunda Das was the son of Narayan Das and the eldest brother of Narhari Sarkar. His second brother's name was Madhav Das and his son was named Raghunandan Das. Descendants of Raghunandan Das still live 4 miles west of Katua in the village named Srikhanda, where Raghunandan Das used to live. Raghunandan had one son named Kanai, who had 2 sons, Madan Rai, who was a disciple of Narhari Thakur, and Vamshi Vadan. It is estimated that at least 400 men descended in this dynasty. All their names are recorded in the village of Srikhanda. In the Gaur Ganudesh Dipika, it is stated that the Gopi, whose name was Brinda Devi, became Mukundadas, lived in Srikhand village and was very dear to Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. His wonderful devotion and love for Krishna are described in Chaitanya Charitamrita, Madhya Lila, chapter 15. It is stated in the Bhakti Ratnakar, 8th wave, that Raghunandan used to serve a deity of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Narhari Das Sarkar was a very famous devotee. Lochan Das Thakur, the celebrated author of Sri Chaitanya Mangal, was his disciple. In the Chaitanya Mangal, it is stated that Sri Gadadhar Das and Narhari Sarkar were extremely dear to Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, but there is no specific statement regarding the inhabitants of the village of Sri Khanda. Chiranjeeva and Sulochan were both residents of Sri Khanda, where their descendants are still living. Of Chiranjeeva's 2 sons, the elder one, Ramachandra Kaviraj, was a disciple of Srinivasa Acharya and an intimate associate of Narottam Das Thakur. The younger son was Govinda Das Kaviraj, the famous Vaishnava poet. Chiranjeeva's wife was Sunanda and his father-in-law was Damodar Sen Kaviraj. Chiranjeeva previously lived on the bank of Ganges River as the village of Kumaranagar. The Gaur Ganodesh Dipika states that he was formerly Chandrika in Vrindavan.
Right.
So,
Okay, so now let's read this. We're going to read this again because these are important, very familiar names, and they will come again and again and again, and we should know who they are. So, Sri Mukunda Das. So, Sri Khandavasi Mukunda and his son Raghunandan Das were the 39th branch of the tree. Narahari was the 40th. Chiranjeev the 41st, and Sulochana the 42nd. Now, this is Krishna Das Kaviraj. So see, that's why I'm coming back to it. They were all big branches. So they are not just small, they're big branches. So that's why I say their names are very famous. And, we will keep reading about them. So this is like a small introduction to who they are. So they distributed the fruits and flowers of love of Godhead anywhere and everywhere. So let's read again. Shri Mukunda Das was the son of Narayan Das and eldest brother of Narahari Sarkar. We read about the Narahari Sarkar somewhere. I've lost it. Not mentioned. Okay, yeah.
In Gaur Aarti, Narhari's Sarkar's name is mentioned, Mataji, isn't it? Gaur Aarti.
Narahari is the fourth. Is the 40th. All right. Oh my God, just see so many names, they get lost. So he was the eldest brother of Narahari Sarkar. His second brother's name was Madhav Das. Where's Madhav Das? Find Madhav Das. And his son was Raghunath. Oh, what's that? His second brother. So Mukunda was son of Narayan Das and eldest brother of Narahari Sarkar. So we found Narahari. Now, his second brother's name was Madhav Das, and his son was named Raghunandan Das. My God, he got all mixed up, right? Is it true? Is it all mixed up? So descendants, yeah, it's all mixed up. So here's an example where you get mixed up. All right, so that's why when you're reading, you say, what is it? What is it? You're just letting the flow go on and it doesn't make sense. That's why. So descendants of Raghunandan Das was still living, so they are in Katwa, all right. Raghunandan Das. He is a very famous name, Raghunandana Das. Remember, I think that's him who, he told Krishna, eat, right? Eat. Otherwise, my father will be angry. Eat. And Krishna ate, right? That's him. So Raghunanda had one son, Kanai. So he had two sons, Madan Rai, so Madan Rai became a disciple of Narahari Thakur. And, oh God. Okay, Vamshivadan, again, this is another famous name, Vamshivadan. Is it in the verse? It's not mentioned, right?
No, Mataji.
Not mentioned.
Not
so
in
Narahari.
Oh, this Narhari was what?
Then Narahari Thakur. So I don't know whether it's the same person. I'm just trying to make sense of this purport.
He had a one son named Kanai who had two sons. Madan Rai,
One
who
is
was a disciple of Narahari Thakur, and Vamshivadan.
Yeah, two sons. One was Madan Rai and the other is Vamshivadan. Okay. So now all their names are recorded in the village of Shikhanda. You understand this? Just like when you go to your municipality, right? Your name is recorded, isn't it? You have a birth certificate, your name is recorded, isn't it? So their names were recorded in their village. I think I saw this one person, he went to some holy place and he told his name, and they had piles and piles of, rolled up paper. They found his few generations, name of his family in that rock. I don't know which place it was.
केदारनाथ
Was the
केदारनाथ, चार धाम के जो केदारनाथ है ना, वहाँ ऐसे होता है.
Oh.
Badrinath, Kedarnath, they take out all ancestors, all records.
My God. Yeah, I saw it's like more complex, more organized than a computer. In paper, I don't know how they preserve paper. God knows, meaning this is like maybe 2-3 centuries.
It's palm
And-
leaf, I think. Palm leaf.
Hmm?
It's palm leaf.
Palm, I don't
It
know.
was written on palm leaf before. No?
Yeah, no, meaning that like this person, he went there, so they asked him his name. So his father had come before him, and before him, his father had come before him, his father had come, you know. So they were all, so they record all the visitors, and they were rolled up, and how this person can identify which one is your file, you know. Anyway, this is beyond my brain, small, tiny brain. I'm trying to figure out one purport here and, decipher who's who. So it is estimated that at least 400 men descended in this dynasty. So in this dynasty, 400 men descended. All their names are recorded in the village of Shikhanda, like your family. In your family, there were 400 family members, and their names are recorded. See, this is called civilization. This is called a human civilization. So all their names are recorded in the Shikhanda.
That Vrinda Devi is Tulsi.
Sorry?
It is in the Gaura Ganesha Dipika. It is stated that the Gopi, whose name was Vrinda Devi, that Tulsi.
I don't
No.
know. He said that the Gopi whose name was Vrinda Devi became Mukunda Das. So I don't.
So apart from Vrinda Devi, apart from Tulsi, who we know as Vrinda Devi, there was another Vrinda Devi.
Even the name Krishna, so many other Gopas have the name Krishna.
Stoker Krishna, I know whatever. Yeah.
No, name Krishna straight, even among incarnation. Krishna, and then Prabhupada said, this is not this Krishna, it's another Krishna. So, so we don't know.
They're getting mixed up. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, so Vrinda Devi became Mukunda Das. So he lived in Shikhanda village and was very dear to Shri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So, yeah, so that Raghunandana used to serve a deity of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Okay. Now, Narhari Das Sarkar. So that's why I said he's a very famous devotee. So that's why I stopped.
Why a deity of the Lord when the Lord was present?
Sorry?
Raghunandan used to serve a deity of the Lord.
The descendants.
Oh, okay. Yeah, after.
Descendants. So now Narhari, what in this Gora Arti, no? Gora Arti?
Yeah, yeah.
Narahari Adi Kori, Chamara Dulai, right? So Narahari Sarkar, Narahari Das Sarkar was a very famous devotee. Lochan Das Thakur, the celebrated author of Shri Chaitanya Mangal, was his, oh my God. So Lochan Das Thakur was his disciple. Author of Chaitanya Mangal.
And Narottam Das Thakur was Lochan Das Thakur's disciple, isn't it, Mataji?
Sorry?
Narottam Das Thakur is the disciple of Lochan Das Thakur, isn't it?
Lokanath.
No.
Oh, sorry,
Lokanath.
So Lochan Das Thakur, so he's the author, celebrated author of Shri Chaitanya Mangal. Right? Remember this Chaitanya Bhagavat by Vrindavan Das Thakur, the Chaitanya Mangal by Lochan Das Thakur. So he was a disciple of Narhari Das Sarkar. Then in the Chaitanya Mangal, it is stated that Sri Gadadhar Das and Narhari Sarkar were extremely dear to Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Okay. Then Chiranjeev and Sulochana, they're both residents of Shikhanda. So this is all in one family or something like that. So, okay, now Chiranjeev Tusan, the elder, is the famous
Ramachandra Kaviraj.
Chandra Kaviraj. Remember him?
Yeah,
Ramachandra
he
Shunga
is
Mange.
Chandra
also
Sangha Mange, Narottama Das.
Yeah. So this
he
is
is
Rama,
also the,
his
in the
disciple.
song.
Yeah, his disciple of Srinivasa Acharya and an intimate associate of Narottam Das Thakur. So he was a disciple of Srinivasa Acharya. And Narottam Das Thakur and Srinivasa Acharya, they were like god brothers, you could say. But his disciple is Ramachandra Kaviraj. And he adopted, though like one is disciple, one is guru, but he accepted him as his intimate associate because he was so advanced. Was so advanced. A very nice example here. The younger son was Govinda Das Kaviraj. Everybody knows him. Govinda Das Kaviraj, again famous Vaishnava poet. Which song?
I don't know.
Oh, tell me you don't know. You'll die if you don't tell me.
Sing the song.
Which song is that? Govinda Sabhila Sare. What is the first line? Oh no, meaning you are not in Sangha and not singing Vaishnav Bhajan. Bhajan.
Oh. Bhajavuri Mana. Yeah.
So you are not singing in Krishna. That's why you're not able to tell me on the spot. Oh my God. Immediately everybody run to your satsang group and start singing the Vaishnava Acharya song. It cannot be that this famous song is not known or remembered. Now, very rarely, Chiranjeev's wife was Sunanda. So if anybody gets a daughter, please call her Sunanda. And his father-in-law was Damodar Sen Kaviraj. So meaning his wife and her father were famous. Damodar Sen Kaviraj. Chiranjeev previously lived on the bank of the Ganges River in the village of Kumarnagar. This is also a famous place, Kumarnagar. So he's Chandrika. So Chiranjeev is Chandrika. Okay, all right, we'll do one more and then we'll stop. Sri Satyaraja Ramananda Yaduna Purushottama Shankara Vidyanand Satyaraj Ramananda Yaduna Purushottama Shankara and Vidyanand all belong to the 28th branch. We are not in the 28th branch. They were inhabitants of a village known as Kulina. Can we find 28th branch and find out what is it? Oh, so they just find where's 28th branch?
The 28th branch of Chaitanya tree was Haridas Thakur. His character was wonderful. This is text 43.
Yeah, yes. So Satyaraj Khan, right? He belongs to the lineage of Haridas Thakur, yes, correct. So Satyaraj, so remember these names, and these are famous names. Satyaraj, Ramananda, Yadunath, Purushottam, Shankara, and Vidyanand all belong to the 20. He's so systematic, huh, Krishnadas Kaviraj. Amazing. So I cannot make a mistake, huh? I thought, what is this as a mistake? And no, he didn't make a mistake. Oh my God. They were all inhabitants of the village known as Kulinagram, and that's where Haridas Thakur was staying, Kulinagram. Vaninath Vasuadi Yatagram Jana, Sabai Chaitanya Britya Chaitanya Pranadhana. All the inhabitants of Kulinagram village, headed by Vaninath Vasu, were servants of Lord Chaitanya, who was their only life and wealth. Prabhu kahe Mera ye hai kukur, se mora priya anya jana rahu dur. The Lord said, what to speak of others? Even a dog in the village of Kalinagram is my dear friend. Just imagine. Text 83. Kulinagramira bhagya kahane ayai.
Na jai.
Sukara charai doma.
Doma. Sheha
Se-
Krishna gaye. Shukar
No,
charai doma.
no one can describe the fortunate position of Kulinagram. It is so sublime that even sweepers who tend their house there also chant the Hare Krishna Mahamantra. All right, so make a note here, Kulina Gram. This is very famous, Kulina Gram. All right.
Haridas Thakur.
Here, this is this is so exciting. I don't feel like stopping, but we have to
Mataji,
stop.
in Bengali, Kulin. The word
Kulin.
Kulin, the word Kulin,
Huh.
that means the most elite. So I think that village was named Kulin Gram because the most elite of the Vaishnavas from the Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's entire these branches must be all associated from there. And then they must have, that's how that Kulin Gram. Kulin
Oh.
means the elite of the elite. We say a Kulin Brahman, because in Brahman also there are many classes. In Bengali, when we say Kulin Brahman, means
Oh,
the
the
one
top.
at the
Best.
top. Yes, yes.
Okay. All right. And lucky here we are going to read about real Brahmanas and real Vaishnavas.
Yes,
Right?
yes.
Not the descendants who are doing all types of nonsense. Right? Thank you very much. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare
Vanchakalpatrubhyascha kripa sindhuvaiva cha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo.
Jai Shri
Krishna.
Krishna. We will stop here.